Welcome to the ASEAN Data Science Explorer National Final 2024 Malaysia. My name is Zoe and I will be your MC for today. The ASEAN Data Science Explorer competition is a data analytic competition aimed to enhance awareness and appreciation of the ASEAN community among ASEAN youth. With the theme, Today's Youth for Tomorrow's World, this competition will allow all ASEAN youth to play a key role in tackling today's social issues facing the region and help to create positive change for a better future. Using SAP Analytic Cloud and SAP Build apps, our teams today have worked over the past few months to deliver data-driven insights across 6 United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, namely SDG 2, Zero Hunger, SDG 3, Good Health and Well-being, SDG 6, Clean Water and Sanitation, SDG 11, Sustainable Cities and Communities, SDG 12, Responsible Consumption and Production, and lastly, SDG 13, Climate Action. Finalists for today's final will go to represent Malaysia in regional finals that will be held in Vientiane, Lao PDR from 22 to 24 October 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, we now invite you to please raise as we honor our region and nation to sing the Malaysian National Anthem, Negaraku, and ASEAN Anthem. Thank you, and please be seated. Before we start the day's program, allow me to introduce you to our esteemed panels of judges who have taken the time to join us here this morning. They are Ms. Tricia Yeo, PhD, Chief Executive Officer of Institute for Democracy and Economic Affairs, IDEAS Malaysia, Ms. Citra Devi, Marine Program Leader of World Wildlife Fund, WWF Malaysia, and Mr. Joshua Lim, founder of BUS Malaysia. Thank you, judges, for being here with us today. To kick us off, we are pleased to have Honorable Professor Dato Dr. Masliham bin Muhammad Suud, President of Multimedia University Cyberjaya, to deliver the opening remarks.
Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good morning, Mr. Ilan Askolani, the Project Manager, Asian Foundation, SAP Joint Initiatives, all the distinguished guests from the Ministry of Education, honored guests, teachers, esteemed participants, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to welcome everybody to the Multimedia University. It's wonderful to see all of you today in this event. We are grateful to have this opportunity to host the ASEAN Data Science Explorer Competition Malaysia Finals. I would like to extend a heartfelt thank you to Educational Technology and Resource Division, BSTP, Ministry of Education, Educational Technology Resources Sector, State Education Department of Malacca, and the ASEAN Foundation for trusting MMU to be the host partner. It is an honor to be part of these meaningful initiatives. Few months ago, we sort of launched this event on the 22nd of April 2024 when we received our strategic partner for ASEAN Data Science Explorer Competition Development Program appointment from BSTP. I would like to congratulate the organizing committee whose efforts and dedication have made this event possible. I'm sure without your hard work, it will be quite difficult, very difficult for us to realize this event today. The joint effort between the organization and to organize and execute this program is very much the main key factor to success. In preparing the nation to be competitive in various areas, no one can work alone. It requires all stakeholders to work closely together in creating the platforms for the students to showcase their talents and capabilities. As a university that champions the digital future, it is a great pleasure to host this event. I was made to understand that today is the second day where the higher learning institutions compete. So I would like also to welcome all the participants from the Institute of Higher Learning here in MMU. Yesterday was the school category. I was informed that the school had gone well. The school visited the faculties and some facilities during the MMU land tour. I hope that you find this exciting, memorable, and inspiring. Technological advancement enables many exciting frontiers to be explored. Data science, artificial intelligence, generative AI, 5G, and cybersecurity are some of the many important technologies to be mastered. We look forward to being a part of the journey in enabling the next generations with knowledge, skill, and experience in these areas. Another significant frontier is the integration of data science with IoT. As more devices become interconnected, the volume of data generated grows exponentially, presenting both opportunities and challenges. The ability to analyze and act on this data in real time has become an essential know-how. However, with these advancements, some important responsibilities come important responsibilities as we push the boundaries of what is possible. We must also address ethical considerations related to data privacy, security, and the potential bias in algorithm. It's crucial that we expose our young generation to equip them with the right mindset of transparency and accountability. I believe that these initiatives organized by the Asian Foundation, this where the ASEAN Foundation, the ASEAN Data Science Explorer serves as the catalyst to greater nation-building programs and that are filled with immense potentials and profound implications. It is an exciting time for us to be here today, and I look forward to seeing how we can further work together. MMU is open to ASEAN Foundation. If you have any other possible collaboration, our door is always open. You can always contact Puan Natalia here. And also to all schools, the participating schools, MMU door is always open for you. Today, this morning, we had a lot of events. One of it is the apa tu? The Sekolah Sarjana Impian, right? The sports fiesta, sports carnival for the schools, and we also have some other programs with schools this morning, and I'm very happy that all of you are here today with us, and I would like to once again say thank you for the organizing committee in making for the trust in making MMU the host partner. We apologize if there's any shortcoming. I would like to wish all the best to the competing teams. I know all of you would like to represent Malaysia, but I was told that only one will be selected to represent Malaysia. So good luck to all the competing team. You are already a winner for reaching this stage, the final stage today, and take this opportunity to advance not just your technical skill, but also your soft skill. In MMU, we believe science and art come together in hand to be future-proof. We believe in research-led and industry-driven university. We believe that you in MMU is you leading the digital future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Dato Dr. Masliham. Next, please welcome Mr. Ilan Askolani, Senior Program Manager from ASEAN Foundation, to say a few words.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Very good morning to you all. Honorable Professor Dato Dr. Mazliham bin Muhammad Saud, President and Multimedia University Cyberjaya, esteemed judges, aspiring data scientists, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to welcome you all to the Malaysia National Finals of the ASEAN Data Science Explorers 2024. The ASEAN DSE program is a testament to the incredible talent and innovative spirit that exists within our region. Today, we celebrate the remarkable achievement of the top 10 teams from 7 of Malaysia's leading tertiary institutions. These teams have shown extraordinary dedication, hard work, and relentless pursuit of knowledge. Since its inception in 2017, the ASEAN DSE program has empowered over 71,000 high school and tertiary students, including many from underserved communities, with 54% of the participants being female. The program's reach extends to 3,310 educators, 868 institutes of higher learning, 228 high schools, and more than 150 not-for-profit organizations across the 10 ASEAN member states. This impact is the evidence to the power of collaborations and the unwavering support of our stakeholders, especially the ASEAN Senior Officials Meeting on Youth and the ASEAN Senior Officials Meeting on Education. Together, we are navigating the complexities of the digital age and fostering a culture of innovation and inclusion. On this special occasion, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to our partners and collaborators. Your tireless efforts in organizing the enablement sessions have been instrumental in shaping the journeys of our participants. I also want to express my sincere appreciation to our esteemed host partner, Multimedia University, for your support in providing us with the venue and resources to make this event possible. My heartfelt gratitude also goes to all judges who are here today. Thank you for taking your time to judge this event today. To SAP, I extend my huge gratitude for your trust in the ASEAN Foundation and your steadfast commitment to youth empowerment in the region over the past 8 years. Your support has provided a platform for our youth to develop their skills, build their capacities, and contribute meaningfully to addressing the challenges of today and tomorrow. To our national finalists, you are the shining stars of ASEAN. Your creativity, intelligence, and innovative solutions light the way toward a brighter future. As we look forward to your presentations, remember that your achievements inspire all of us. Your participation in this competition is not only a technical triumph, but also a reflection of your commitment to making a positive impact on the world. Regardless of the competition's outcome, you have already accomplished something extraordinary by reaching this stage. Thank you all for being part of this incredible journey. Let us continue to work together to forge a data-driven future that promises progress and prosperity for ASEAN and beyond. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ilan. Before we start the competition, I would like to remind our finalists and judges on the format and rules of the competition. Each team will have 6 minutes of presentation time, followed by 4 minutes of Q&A session. A bell will ring once when you are 1 minute from the end of your presentation time, and will ring twice once your 6 minutes is up. Now, let's begin with the first presentation team by Team DataWise from University Kebangsaan Malaysia.
Testing.
Mic test.
Test mic, test mic. Thank you.
This. A quote by Dana Grandis: "We have to change our perception of food waste from being trash to being well resourced." Greetings and good morning, everyone. My name is Mariam.
And my name is Aini. We are from Team DataWise, where our project goal is to transform surplus into sustenance.
Out of 23 regions, Southeast ASEAN ranked as 5th region with the highest number of food waste per year. And what makes it worse? Malaysia, our country, and one of ASEAN countries is the country with the highest number of food waste in the world. Where this means that every person in Malaysia will waste 260 kilograms of their foods everywhere, where this actually can feed another person for 130 days. So why is this concerning? Because 44% of global waste composition comes from food waste, 8 to 10% of global emissions come from wasted foods, and if food waste was a country, it would be the 4th biggest for greenhouse gas emissions per year after China, USA, and also India. So let's look deeper into this. Globally, people with generally higher incomes tend to waste more food based on this pie chart. But paradoxically, people with lower incomes tend to suffer from hunger. And from this, based on the GHI severity of hunger scale, all ASEAN countries are on the moderate scale for hunger, except for East Timor, which is at serious level, ranking 30th in the world for hunger. So how does this happen? Let's look into gap 1. Lack of food surplus management and awareness, which leads to food waste. So this is the composition of primary factors of food waste in ASEAN, which is divided into food service, retail, and also household. And from this, we can see that in ASEAN countries, a large portion of food waste originates from households. But what drives household food waste? These are the 5 main factors. The first one is excessive portions, time pressure, which 42% don't have time to think about waste, lack of planning, label confusion, and also spoilage, where this indicates that many people are not sufficiently aware of how to manage their excess food, leading to unnecessary waste. And for more information, every year food waste are 26% dump, equal to 2.5 million ton, where 1.0 million ton goes to landfills, which generate methane, a potent greenhouse gas. This suggests a significant challenge in managing food waste, and also lack of effective food surplus management. And then next is gap 2, lack of financial resource and aid literacy lead to hunger. So from this graph, which is the correlation between GDP and hunger index score, the lower the GDP, the lower the income, but the higher the hunger level. And for a fact that 7 out of 11 countries in ASEAN are classified as lower middle incomes, just support this statement by the economists, where global hunger is now more a problem of price than the availability. So our problem statement here is, despite the significant amount of food waste generated annually, millions of people continue to suffer from hunger. And if we allow this paradox to continue and the gap between food waste and hunger to widen, we are not only allowing hunger to grow, but also increase stunting, underweight, and wasting among children under 5, as these issues are interconnected, and also we increase the emission of greenhouse gas. So what can we do about this? So in ASEAN, 64% of all post-consumer foods waste is still perfectly edible. Let's make this into a scenario. We have here Kashrika, a restaurant owner. I have some leftover food today. What can I do to avoid it from being wasted? And at the same time, we have Abdullah, a poor dad. I haven't fed my son today, but I need to save money to survive until the end of the month. So we introduce you Bite Buddy.
Why Bite Buddy? Our solution, Bite Buddy uses the top 2 of the best method in reducing food waste according to food recovery hierarchy, which are reducing the source of food waste and reuse it to feed the hunger. Based on the insights we gain from data analysis, these are the problems that Bite Buddy focuses on, which are poor surplus food management, lack of food waste awareness, hunger from financial constraint, and lastly, hunger that leads to nutritional gaps. To solve said problems, these are our initiatives, where I will explain more on the upcoming slides. Through our initiative, Bite Buddy have the ambition to achieve the goals of minimizing food waste, inform the community, greater food access and less waste, and lastly, bridges nutritional gaps. To explain more about Bite Buddy, Our solution, Bite Buddy, includes surplus food management, where it easily connects surplus food suppliers with those in need. Other than that, it also provides nutrition tracker, where it keeps record of nutritional intake to prevent malnutrition. Other than that, it also provides fun quizzes about waste and health. And lastly, and the most important part is, Bite Buddy offers major discount and tax write-off, where every recipient can enjoy major discounted price, while donor can get tax exemption for every donation that they make. These are this is how we vision our app throughout the years. Started off with pilot testing, and then extended and expand to these 3 targeted countries, and then across ASEAN. These are the stakeholders that Bite Buddy plan to collaborate with in order to provide and produce a successful app. Okay, our vision in running this app pictures to achieve these outcomes in the span of 10 years, where the app will be scalable, feasible, sustainable, and impactful, where we expect 6 million tons reduction of food waste annually.
The presentation time is end.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's all from us.
Yes. Judges, you have 4 minutes to ask questions in Q&A session.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Good morning and congratulations, firstly, for being here as the first team, not a small feat. I understand 6 minutes is short and you have a lot of slides. So a really quick question. Can you share a little bit more about the app, the solution, right? Because just to be clear, the food waste, is it only coming from restaurants? Because it looks like you would be connecting restaurants that have, I suppose, food waste at the end of a period. But does it accurately reflect on the problem? Meaning that, is the food waste problem mostly coming from restaurants or is it from households? So therefore, does it solve the problem?
Okay, let me explain a little bit about our app. So our app focuses on surplus food from restaurants, hotels, events, and any supermarket. That is our target for who wants to supply surplus food. So majority of the surplus food comes from supermarket, restaurants, and hotels. So for food waste from household is out of our hand because, okay, sorry. My partner
Okay, sorry. Okay, so actually, maybe you can show the appendix where for the registration. Actually, for our apps, everyone can register as donor. Okay, include your mother who cook extra leftover foods. They can donate to everyone around their house. So everyone can donate their food as long as they register with our apps.
Hi. Yep. Congrats again. So, quick question on the revenue generation. You mentioned that it will be financially sustainable. How do you guys generate revenue?
Okay, based on apa tu? Okay, based on our calculation, we sorry. Okay, how we get 6 million tons? 1 billion revenue annually is we take the estimated food donated by restaurants and hotels, and then we multiply it with $20,000, which is the estimated price for one ton food donation. After that, we take after discounted price, we take 6% commission for our revenue. To add on, our revenue is also added with sponsorship, partnership, advertisement, and collaboration with other NGOs.
Actually, we do have the calculation, but it cannot be open right now. Because
Thank you very much, Team Database. So you provide a service, right, in terms of connecting the food donor with the recipient. So would you also be managing the logistics of it? Because that, to me, would be one of the biggest gap in terms of how you connect the two parties. So is that part of your operations as well?
can you open the implementation slide? All right, so we understand that one of the most important thing is the logistic. As you can see from here, in the phase 2, establish partnerships, NGO and food banks and student bodies. We started this earlier because we acknowledge the importance of logistics. So the most important thing in here is to push our effort into doing partnerships. Because so for example, we collaborate with any NGO that provide volunteers that could increase the literacy about our apps to all the people, especially with the underprivileged people. Okay, so basically the most important thing is partnerships with all the NGOs and student bodies or any institutions.
Thank you, Team DataWise. So 4 minutes already up. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we move on to our second team, Team Tak Chin Chai from Hero Watt University, Malaysia.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Hello, mic test, mic test.
After you end the presentation, you don't use the, you end after you say thank you, you go down, you don't switch the slide. Okay?
Don't switch your slides.
Yeah. You go down, you don't.
Because it's the next group slide, is it?
Yes. If you switch, then I need to change my screen.
So we say thank you, we don't press already. Last slide 就不要换了。Okay.
It's undeniable that COVID-19 has tragically claimed many lives. But do you know there's an even more ruthless killer among us? Good morning, everyone. I'm Onchi.
I'm Sitting, and let me tell you, ischemic heart disease, also known as IHD, slaughtered 8.9 million lives globally in 2019, equivalent to 130% of East Malaysia's population. Since 2000, it has been the top cause of mortality in Malaysia. IHD has remained a persistent threat not only in Malaysia, but also in other ASEAN countries. IHD poses a greater risk to older individuals. Individuals aged 50 and above are 3.5 times more likely to die from IHD than those aged 15 to 49. This highlights the critical need to focus on ages 15 to 49, as their increasing age significantly heightens their susceptibility to IHD.
The growing prevalence of IHD not only threatens lives, but also drives up healthcare costs. As more individuals require treatments from medication to hospitalizations, the financial strain on healthcare system intensifies. Our scatter plot reveals a clear health expenditure increase corresponding to rising death rates. WHO projects that by 2030, 1 in 6 will be over 60. With an aging population, the incidence of IHD is set to rise, leading to higher death tolls and further straining already overwhelmed healthcare system. So targeting ages 15 to 49 now is crucial to prevent a health and economic crisis as they age. 2/3 of modifiable IHD risk factors are diet-related. Consuming excessive salt, saturated fat, or sugar drives obesity, diabetes, high cholesterol, hypertension, the key contributors to heart disease. There is an urgent need for effective dietary interventions.
While eating healthy may seem straightforward, our survey highlights a major knowledge gap. Over 55% of participants are unaware of their daily recommended nutrient intakes, resulting in significant disparities between actual and recommended intake levels. For example, the average daily sugar intake in ASEAN is 65.2 grams, 30% above the recommended intake of 50 grams. Next, over 23% of participants read and understand nutritional labels. This problem is worsened by inconsistent nutritional labeling across ASEAN. Only 5 of 10 countries use healthier choice labels, HCL, and only Singapore uses a grading system. This problem impairs consumers' ability to make informed choices.
Here comes our solution, Heart Boost. Heart Boost is a comprehensive solution tailored for ages 15 to 49. Many ignore early signs of IHD, which is why we have the daily heart test. It allows users to log daily symptoms like chest pains and palpitations, alerting users if there are any potential health issues, encouraging prompt medical attention. Maintaining heart health is vital, but people often lack motivation. That's why Heart Boost features a reward system. Users can earn heart points by staying active, completing health assessments, and logging meals. Consequently, these heart points can be redeemed for rewards like gym or yoga classes, turning healthy habits into tangible rewards. Research has shown that 90% of IHD cases are treatable with a healthier diet. That's why we have the AI-driven meal logging system powered by SAP. It analyzes nutrients intake, offers clear visualizations and AI alerts to help users identify if they meet recommended benchmark, lowering health risks. Last but not least, meal logging becomes easier with Heart Boost. Just snap a photo with our AI scanner. You will then receive a dietitian-certified nutritional breakdown and a NutriHeart grade within seconds.
Here comes our second solution, NutriHeart. NutriHeart is our IHD-focused nutritional grading system integrated into Heart Boost. It assigns grades from A to D, with A representing the healthiest options and D the least. NutriHeart goes beyond just a digital interface. It's also a physical label on food and beverage products. This dual approach empowers consumers to make informed choices both online and in-store. NutriHeart assigns grades based on salt, saturated fat, and added sugar content. This clear, easy-to-understand system, inspired by global standards, empowers consumers to make healthier choices at a glance, ultimately reducing their risk of IHD. Heart Boost overcomes common barriers of apps. First, it is free to use. Privacy concerns are addressed by allowing government hosting and owning all data with no third-party sharing. Heart Boost offers incentives through the Heart Points reward system. It also features an intuitive interface and an AI-driven system for easy dietary tracking. Additional features are detailed in the appendix. Our solutions implementation will span from 2025 to 2030. In 2025, we'll focus on research and development, collaborating with health experts, SAP, and government agencies, followed by app testing and label regulatory approval in mid-2025. The official launch will begin in late 2025 with a phased rollout across ASEAN countries, starting with those that have a HCL and policies reducing unhealthy diets. By 2030, Heart Boost and NutriHeart will be widely adopted.
Successful implementation of our solution depends on a robust stakeholder ecosystem. We'll work with SAP to develop and maintain the app, while government agencies will oversee regulatory compliance and safeguard data privacy. In conclusion, Heart Boost and NutriHeart addresses present challenges by closing information gaps, harmonizing nutritional standards, and boosting user engagement. Together, let's eat right, heart right. Thank you. We are Team Tak Chin Cai.
Judges, you can proceed to Q&A session.
Thank you. That was a very enthusiastic and yeah, I would love to use this app. So quick question. You mentioned in the presentation that there's a lack of standardization across ASEAN, right? When it comes to things like labeling. How will you overcome this inconsistency across ASEAN countries if you're going to roll it out? So there's lack of standardization when it comes to accepted nutritional standards, what's considered healthy and what's considered not. Yeah, what would be the solution to that?
Okay, so for because we consider that ASEAN has different cultural standards and they might have different dietary requests, so we plan to work with all governments from ASEAN. We will understand what is their what is their diet. Like for example, for Thai they have pad Thai, for Vietnam they have pho, and for Malaysia we have nasi lemak, right? So I think it's crucial to work with the government agencies from across ASEAN to understand what the consumers look for, what is the dietary requests from each citizens, and we will start working from there. We also have a plan on how to roll out Heart Boost and NutriHeart. So, okay, for example, this one is a readiness assessment we did for ASEAN. We noticed that we plan to implement the first phase for these 4 countries because we noticed that they have policies to reduce unhealthy diets and they implement HCL. So this indicates that they are more ready to accept NutriHeart and Heart Boost. So we plan to start rolling out for these 4 countries in phase 1. And for the next phase, because we see that they have not implemented HCL and for Indonesia, they have implemented HCL, but they have not implemented policies to reduce unhealthy diets. There might be a reason why, because maybe there's some considerations for acceptance from citizens. So we think that it's better to put it in the second phase, work out with the government, understand why they have not implemented HCL and the policies, and then we will see for the second implementation phase how we can go from there. I hope that answers your question. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Team Tak Cincai, it was not Cincai at all.
Thank you.
So I guess my question is about the uptake itself. So how would you convince or encourage or influence users to use your app? That would be some of the biggest challenge when it comes to any kind of application, right? So have you given some thought about how would you get this 15 to 49 age group to use your app? Thank you.
Okay, I can take this question. So for how we introduce Heart Boost and NutriHeart, we have considered that there might be different target audience, there might be different backgrounds, people. Like for example, some might not be tech savvy. So we considered that we can set up health boosts in high traffic areas, for example, shopping malls like Lalaport or LRT stations like KL Central. And since there's more people there, when they see this health boost, they will be very attracted to go towards and know what is going on. So when they register for free health checkup, we will also request them to sign up for Heart Boost as well. And there will be people there to explain them, what is Heart Boost about, what is Heart Boost aim, what is Heart Boost for, how can Heart Boost help you. So, and they will also teach them how you can register, how you can record your diets and so on. And after they register, they will also be given a health checkup and they can assess their health risks. So for example, maybe like I go there and then they will check my blood pressure, they will ask me about my diet patterns, and they will say, okay, you are low risk. But this Heart Boost is for prevention. Our Heart Boost app is to focus on prevention. So this Heart Boost app can help you to track your diet and prevent your ischemic heart disease risk.
I think 4 minutes is already up. So, thank you, Team Tak Cincai.
Thank you. Thank you.
Next, I would like to invite our third team, Team Jalur Gemilang from University Science Malaysia.
Hello? Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Assalamualaikum and good morning, judges, ladies and gentlemen. I am Jasmine with my friend Ain from Team Jalur Gemilang, University Science Malaysia for Asian Data Science Explorers 2024 will be addressing from water to wellness, enhancing healthcare through effective water management in Asean. Today, we will be highlighting SDG 3, good health and well-being, and SDG 6, clean water and sanitation, with the indicator of SDG 3.9, 3.8, 3.3, 6.8, 6.1, and 6.2. The first problem statement is related to SDG 3.9.2, wash death, wash, water, sanitation, and hygiene. Second problem statement is related to mortality rate due to unintentional poisoning. And lastly, we focus on basic and safely managed drinking water services.
Okay, so this actually highlights the ongoing global health issue related with WASH. So despite the advances in various regions, deaths caused by the inadequate access to WASH remain prevalent, including in Asian. So the United Organization have repeatedly emphasized the severe consequences of this WASH or unsafe water. Next. Okay, so this data shows that actually WASH-related deaths caused by across Asians in 2019. This data highlights that even with economically and socially across regions, thousands of lives are lost annually due to this inadequate access to WASH. Indonesia, with 85,632 deaths, stands out as the highest. Also reports significant fatalities and also reflecting this ongoing crisis. So, this pie chart shows actually a rate caused by the exposure to poor contaminated waters and poor sanitation among different Asian countries. So, Laos is depicted as having the highest mortality rates, reflecting to the severe impacts of inadequate access to WASH among its population. The disparity levels of the development and access to these Asian services within Asians, pointing out the urgency and the need for the improvements.
For issue 2, this graph shows the mortality rate attributed to unintentional poisoning from 2017 to 2019. And in 2018, Myanmar recorded the highest rate of 4.6. Contaminated water contains microbes, bacteria, parasites, and all sorts of particles that might bring diseases like typhoid, dysentery, and cholera. This issue shows the significant difference in essential services between Asian countries, while Singapore excels for both safely managed drinking water and sanitation services, countries like Laos and Thailand fall behind. Some more of the impacts of those problems are diarrheal diseases and dengue. For Philippines, in just 5 years, they have recorded a total case of dengue for more than 1 million people.
Okay, so for the first solution, we actually say that ensuring safe water supply while promoting sustainable water conservation. Singapore, with the highest score of 4.0, indicates that it is the top of Asians within in terms of water supply. So there are two methods that we actually try to make it happen. Firstly, provide safe and clean water by building and maintaining water treatment facilities. And the second one is teach local population the how to value and preserve the waters and some water conservation techniques. So for the first method, we can take Singapore as an example for maintaining and preserve our water resources. So we can take New Water, the Singapore companies that actually use source water from sewage treatment plant, and they use a multiple barrier water reclamation process to actually make the water safe for human consumption again. So this is some pictures on how they process it. Okay, so this is the outline and how Singapore actually treat and use the recycled water. So the process begins with collecting and treating the water from the households and all from the industries. So from that, they will try to treating and recycle it until it meets the standards. So New Water actually produce a high quality and ultra clean recycled water that's safe for human consumption, and it meets the standards of WHO for drinking waters. So it makes Singapore is one of the best management system that can be followed by the others. So for the second one is with the helps of educated social media influencers, journalists and bloggers, we can actually reach out wide audience to make this, share this spread awareness about water preservations.
Next is comprehensive sanitation and wastewater management. Firstly is by upgrade and build sanitation facilities by building public restroom in both urban and rural areas, including scheduled maintenance routine. And next, by sanitation technology and water use. Simple example, using grey water from the sink for the toilet flushing. Next is enhancing healthcare accessibility and quality. Firstly is by PPP, public-private partnership. When we talk about PPP, it's not always just for medical expertise. It can be based on infrastructure, system, or technology. So every country will have different approach based on their situation. And next is facilitating the mobility of healthcare professionals within Asian countries. So every country have their specialty. With quick search, we Malaysia are among the best in ASEAN that offers cardiac surgery. And with this advantage, we can use knowledge and skills or even exchange services across the region. And next is for improving environment health in Asia. We emphasize on promoting green building. And here is the idea of vertical greenery system based on vertical forest engineering. And there are many possible locations to imply it, like the green wall and terraces. In 2020, Singapore recorded the lowest environment index of 0.25, and that's why they are starting to encounter the problem with this solution. So here are more of the recommendation, and this is our supporting points. Thank you.
We open the floor to Q&A session.
Thank you very much, Team Jalo Gemilang. So I guess one of my questions would be with regards to WASH. So you've mentioned that access to clean water is one of the main problems, but do you have an understanding of why that's an issue? What is the reason behind this access problem for ASEAN countries?
Okay, so the question is why WASH become the issue. So I think actually for Malaysian, we can't really relate to WASH issue. But in ASEAN country like Laos and Vietnam that recorded the lowest for safely managed drinking water and services and also sanitation. Sorry. Okay, sorry. But for countries like Laos and Thailand, or also Myanmar, they suffer this problem. One of the problem based on the WASH is, we can't deny, is because some of their technology that is not as advanced as other country that is top in the WASH technology, like the Singapore. Singapore, they have a small country, but they make advantage of that thing to use all their resources and ideas to use all the water, even though it is used water, they recycle it so it can be used again until it is graded as safe drinking water from WHO. For like countries that like Myanmar and Laos, they lack of technology and also management. I think that is the main issue.
All right, thank you. So just one quick follow-up. So in a lot of rural areas and also in islands, your only source of water is sometimes groundwater and it's polluted, but those places do not have electricity. So how would your technology function in those kinds of areas? There's lack of space and lack of electricity. So, even if you have the technology to run the technology, it's going to be very difficult as well. So how have you thought about that as well? Thank you.
Okay, so I think that can be related by PPP, public-private partnerships. So in the rural areas, they don't have people that have higher knowledge and advantage in those field and area. So with public and PPP, they can collaborate. So those people in the private that have skills and knowledge and also experience, they can come to the rural area to help based on the geology of the place and technology. And they will come up with the idea on how they want to help those people with the collaboration.
Can you summarize your recommendations, because there are quite a lot of them? So summarize and yeah.
Okay, so for the recommendation towards 2030, we plan actually like for our research universities or various NGOs to participate in competition that made from the government bodies or some private companies to create actually more solutions and more creations, so like innovations to help the rural areas or to help this water preservation and conservations. So with the help of these competitions, there will be also a community service volunteer that actually can allow volunteers who love to join this program to love volunteerism and proceed with spreading awareness on their own respective countries. So with this, these competitions and these programs, actually it allows everyone who are not aware from these problems will be aware of these issues.
So thank you, Team Jalur Gemilang. We move on to next team, Team Appetite Coders from University Tunku Abdul Rahman.
Mic test. Hello, mic test. Good morning to esteemed judges and fellow friends. I'm Wan Shen and this is Ding. We are from Utah. Today we are going to introduce our project, Feeding ASEAN's Path to Sustainable Food System. Our main goal is to build a resilient food network and then reduce food insecurity and turn the surplus food into things that those they in need. Sorry, there's some technical issue. Okay, let me start with a question. Do you know what types of expenses you incur in your daily life? There are petrol, tuition fees, rental, medical, and food. In 2022, food consumer price is the second largest inflation rate in Asia, making the food significantly more expensive. So there are fixed expenses like petrol and rental. People will choose to reduce food intake, sometimes to 1 meal per day. Looking into the food security index of Asia in 2022, Singapore ranked the highest. So food insecurity is still remain as a major issue in ASEAN, with Asia having largest population of food insecure population. As of 2023, Southeast Asia has undergo undernourishment and food insecurity. Now, try to imagine the number of waste we generate in our daily life. Southeast Asia produces more than 50% of food waste is the waste. This problem is very serious. So, Asian produce second most food waste is the Southeast Asian. Despite this, millions remain hunger, so they are still suffering from food insecurity and undernutrition.
Next, I will introduce you to NourishNet, an innovative solution designed to tackle food insecurity and minimize food waste. So firstly, Food Exchange Forum enables users to exchange or donate surplus food within the community. Users can join the discussion and browse through listings. They can post items to exchange or donate with brief description and selected preferences, and coordinate a direct pickup through in-app messaging. Secondly, our recipe generator enables users to create menus based on available ingredients. All you need to do is either manually input your ingredients or use the app scan features. For added convenience, based on personal preferences, personalized recipes will be produced. Additionally, Our app will offer educational resources about tips on efficient food use and self-cooking.
For the implementation, we are currently in the planning and development stage. We plan to expand across ASEAN by improving the app and building partnerships. So we aim to collaborate with organizations like UNDP, WFP, and the AHS Center, the NGOs, private sectors like SAP, Asian Youth, Grab, Foodpanda, and the major retailers to support lasting progress. We also align with the key impact for UN's SDG 2, Zero Hunger, and Asian 2025 blueprints addressing key targets to combat food insecurity and promote and combat hunger.
So to overcome, however, we do recognize challenges ahead. So the first is privacy and security. We must protect the user data at all times. Secondly, health risks must be managed to ensure the safety and quality of exchange food. So lastly, maintaining user engagement will be crucial. So to overcome these challenges, we have developed specific strategies. So the first is data protection measures. We will implement robust encryption and clear privacy policies. Secondly, we will implement a verification system for both donors and recipients to build trust. And lastly, we will encourage user engagement through designing a user-friendly interface and establish a partnership with local organizations to encourage community involvement. So, in terms of measuring our impact, we will focus on our key performance indicator, growing our user base to 5 million active users across ASEAN, facilitating 1 million exchange of food weekly, and achieving a 50% reduction in food waste among the users. In conclusion, NourishNet is more than just an app. It's a comprehensive solution aimed at creating a more secure food system in Asia, ASEAN. So we believe that with the right strategies and community involvement, this app will bring an impactful impact to ASEAN. Thank you.
Right, thanks for the presentation. Quick question on the solution, right? The main thing that you guys are offering is a platform for people to exchange their food, right? Is that what the app is about?
Yes.
So if the problem that you guys are trying to tackle is hunger, this means that at one side, this person would already have lack of access to food. But if the platform is about exchanging, how would this person be able to benefit if they have nothing to exchange with the other party?
So we actually encourage exchange of excess fruit from actually households because, as we know, our food waste is very high for household waste, right? So we also want to collaborate with like restaurants and supermarkets to encourage the donation of food.
I see. So it won't be just exchange, but it's also donation from the restaurants. Okay.
The app, there's another recommendation, right? It's also the recipes part. I wasn't clear how that would solve the problem that you've identified.
So actually, this recipe generator we encourage people to self-cooking and try to efficiently use the food ingredients. So we will provide like detailed cooking instructions to encourage we as uni students and we have to stay alone. So self-cooking will be encouraged for efficient food use.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
What about like the business model? Have you guys thought about it? How are you guys going to make this financially sustainable?
Oh, as we are collaborating with the organizations and also the NGOs, also the private sector. So Like for Grab and Foodpanda, we may have a collecting some fees from the donor and the exchanger, just like a 5 ringgit, then we can increase some revenue. Also, when we collaborate, if we collaborate with Lotus and all other, we can get some revenue, like.
So for example, like supermarkets, we do have like a lot of expired food that we cannot got sold out. So a supermarket can collaborate with us to promote all this excess food for the community. Also,
Yeah, so we can make more community interest, then involve everyone to join, and then we increase the user retention rate. Then everyone have a chance to gain some experience, gain some food, and then we can combat the problem.
All right, thanks.
Okay, you still have 30 seconds, so do we have extra questions for them? No. Yeah. Okay, so for participants, do you all need to have any extra explanations to the what questions they have? Okay. Okay. So thank you, Team Appetite Coders.
Thank you.
We move on to our fifth teams. Team Data Byte from University Kebangsaan Malaysia.
Test. Good morning, everyone. My name is Tariq Ziad, along with Bulia Hakimi from Team Databyte, presenting VermiHub. Imagine a world where mountains of waste are piled up in an ever-polluted environment, or a sustainable and green waste disposal management future. Which is the future that you would want? Join us in our innovative and green solution today in addressing one of the world's most pressing environmental challenges, food waste.
The first problem is ASEAN countries produce a significant amount of food and organic waste. In 9 out of 10 countries, this type of waste dominates and exceeds 50% in 7 of the nations. Despite having only 10 countries, half of ASEAN countries ranked within the first quartile globally for food waste production, highlighting a critical need for waste management solution.
For the second problem statement, the amount of carbon dioxide equivalent gases released from agricultural activity, highlighted in the red region, attributes to half of the greenhouse gas emission released in ASEAN countries. This also evidently increases the mean surface temperature caused by GHG emission from those agricultural activities. For the third problem statement, although our overall agricultural output is improving, it still fails to translate for food security for all. This is especially evident in the 3 prevalent countries, Cambodia, Myanmar, and Philippines, with its increasing number of undernourished people.
To solve this problem, we require one effective solution for waste management that can help ASEAN countries to minimize food waste, lower GHG emissions, and combat undernourishment. This comparison shows methods adopted by ASEAN countries, including open dump, sanitary landfill, composting, incineration, and open burning. However, existing methods come with significant drawbacks. Clearly, these methods are not sustainable for addressing our goals. Vermicomposting, on the other hand, is an easy process that not only enhances plant growth by up to 78%, but also reduces GHG emissions up to 48% compared to traditional composting.
Thus comes our solution, VermiHub, our one-stop center for turning waste into nutrient-rich organic fertilizer through cross-collaboration, building towards strengthening community impact. Value proposition-wise, we present three. First of all is nutrient-rich organic fertilizer, increasing agricultural productivity while reducing environmental impact. Secondly is food waste valorization, efficiently processing food waste. And thirdly is carbon sequestration, reducing methane emission while sequestering carbon in its stable organic form.
Our supply chain begins with collecting waste from various sources, followed by processing and packaging fertilizers, and finally distributed the fertilizers to houses, shops, and farms.
To further enhance our VermiHub ecosystem, we're introducing an app with three main functionalities: sales generation, center locator, and data analytics. Sales. With a focus on generating revenue, our sales page focuses on putting our nutrient-rich organic fertilizer at the forefront of our customers, bridging the gap for organic fertilizer consumerism straight to your doorstep. For our second page, the center locator, we not only aim to, with an emphasis on expansions through multiple areas, we not only aim to bring VermiHub to our users, but also bring our users to VermiHub with a focus on seamless navigation and integration as well, so that our users can be guided to their nearest local center. And finally, data analytics. In instilling confidence and also emphasizing transparency with our user base, we would like to implement a data analytics page integrated with a chatbot AI system that allows users to interact for any particular analytic question, as well as incorporate a point reward system for using our particular products. In terms of 10-year implementation plan, we've divided it into 4 phases. The first phase, being heavily focused on R&D and pilot testing, will be conducted in Vietnam, Malaysia, and Thailand from the years spanning from 2025 to 2027. The second phase being heavily on development and initiation within those 3 countries as well, with the development and also launch of those apps. The third phase being expansion and optimization, preparing for expansion in additional ASEAN countries. And then finally is full integration as well as education to allow VermiHub to be fully integrated in the syllabus.
The ISWM framework includes local authorities, private sectors, and service users across 3 key players during the first stage of implementations at Malaysia, Thailand, and Vietnam. The key elements of this framework include waste generation, collection, transfer, treatment, recovery, and a strong emphasis on sustainability through the 3 Rs, reduce, reuse, and recycle. Additionally, some aspects that we would like to consider are environmental, political, institutional, socio-cultural, finance, and technical that could ensure the efficient waste management. By 2024, the success of VermiHub will be measured by 30% decrease in food waste index, 23% decrease in GHG emissions, 1.5 times increase in agricultural products, and 1 VermiHub at each ASEAN countries. Thank you.
Judges, you can proceed to Q&A session.
Hey guys, so quick question. I think when it comes to like solving food waste, there are like multiple solutions out there right now. One of the ones that are more popular are black soldier larvae, right? So essentially this is an alternative to using black soldier larvae or black soldier flies to process food waste. And I think one thing would be important is like how efficient is the process. So are you guys able to share more insights on how fast you guys are able to turn like food waste into fertilizers that are able to be sold?
Okay, going back to our supply chain, going back to our vermicomposting steps, usually it will take for, pre-composting will be done for around 15 to 30 days. And usually the whole process would be encapsulated around 40 to 45 days to be able to actually generate the organic fertilizers itself from those earthworms droppings.
Got it. And what is the amount of food waste you guys can process like per VermiHub?
for that particular area, we will actually be it will be on a proportionate it will be on a proportionate base depending on the state size. So, for instance, larger states like Johor would be larger states like Johor that produce around 1 to 2 million tons every 6 months would have a vermi hub that will be able to process around 1 to 2 ton as well within those time frame, divided within the 6 months.
Okay, got it.
Can you talk to us a bit about scale? So, I mean, it's a nice solution, but the benefit would come from being able to replicate it, right? So, how would you scale it up, whether it's within Malaysia and then across ASEAN as well? I mean, I guess it's linked to the financial question, right? Because you can't scale it up without the financial or commercial viability.
In terms of scaling, I'll refer to one of the appendix here. Okay, in terms of scaling itself, usually an organic fertilizer would be, for a 25 kilogram bag, it will be selling anywhere from 33 ringgit to 35 ringgit per 25 kilogram bag. So to remain competitive with the current market, we're actually going to sell it at around 30 ringgit per 25 kilogram bag. So within the first to second year, based on the particular calculations from those projected numbers, we're expecting around 2.7 million revenue for the first year and then 3 million for the second year. However, considering that the first year and the second year itself will be there will definitely be expenditure towards building those buildings as well as marketing and so on, training and so on. There will definitely be a loss during the first 2 years, realistically. But however, moving forward to the third year, fourth year, fifth year, year 6, as well as year 7 itself, you're probably wondering why it's still red. Year 7 is the expansion to the remaining ASEAN countries. So in particular here, in particular, build cost is spiking to 40 million from 6 million. So this is where the additional vermi hubs are going to be built to the remaining ASEAN countries. And then based on preliminary pilot testing as well as the ones conducted in Malaysia, Thailand, and Vietnam, we'll be able to have a rough idea of what it should look like in the following ASEAN countries as well. So this is actually a revenue graph of those 10 years spanning. This is, of course, in correspondence with the table here. Thank you.
Thank you.
So thank you, Team DataByte. We have come to the end of the first half of the team presentations. We will now be going for a short break. Please help yourself with the coffee and tea outside the cinema. We will resume with the team presentation at 11 a.m. Thank you.